This is my grandfather, Captain Irving Robson. He was known as Doc Robson because he was a veterinarian, and he served in World War I in Russia. And the amazing story about my grandfather is that we are very, very lucky to be here today. He was serving with his comrades and forgot a medic bag, and he ran back to get his medic bag and came back, and there had been an explosion, and his friends had met an ill fate, and because of that forgotten medic bag, I am here today. When my grandfather came back from the war, he was waiting in the Petawawa camp for his discharge, and following his discharge, he made his way to Kingston to finish his veterinary college, and following that headed out to Saskatchewan, where he married my grandmother and made a life for himself in the southwestern part of Saskatchewan as a veterinarian. The next connection I want to share with you is on my husband's side of the family. This is my husband's grandmother and grandfather. This is before the war, and as you can see, they are celebrating their marriage. This is just before he left for service in World War II. My husband's grandfather was a gunner in Germany. They were shot down, and he evaded capture for about a day, and then he was captured and taken prisoner. He has left a diary from his life in Loop 7, and it's really quite an amazing document to have in our family history. His diary talks about his life in Loop 7, a POW camp in Germany. He speaks about how he was captured and taken into custody. He talks about how they were marched between one camp and another, sometimes by train, but usually marching with frozen feet and watching comrades fall around him. And it's such a strange juxtaposition in that he talks about playing bridge with his fellow inmates, and then in the next breath he talks about how the air raids would come and you couldn't poke your head out of your tent for fear of getting shot. What a life he led. When the war was over and he finally made it out of the POW camp, he came home to Saskatchewan to his wife, and what a reunion they had. He didn't know that his wife was expecting when he left, and so when he came home, he came back to quite a different life than he was expecting, I suppose, in that he already had a young daughter, my husband's oldest aunt. Quite an amazing story. Remembrance Day holds special meaning for me because of these family connections that we have. I make sure my sons are aware of their family history and spend some time talking about their great-grandfathers and their service in the world wars. I think it's really important to pass on that legacy for them. I hope this Remembrance Day you take some time to remember why it is that we are recognizing this day and observing some of your family connections as well. Thanks for watching.